On today's show, I need to know what Jason Kidd was thinking in the fourth quarter against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Fine to lose to the Thunder, but a decision to Anthony Davis confounded me. We'll talk about that more. Today's Locked On Mavs.
This is Cooper Flagg, and you're listening to Locked On Mavs.
I think that's a good question.
Good morning, Isaac.
Dang right, that's
all
a good
these
question.
changes. You know, I still got my dog, Dwight Powell.
Your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast.
No one's dying.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a city like that.
And welcome. You're locked on to the Dallas Mavericks, your team every day. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for 10 years. Thanks for being here every day or making Locked On Mavs your first listen to the Locked On Podcast Network, the #1 sports podcast network. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. If you want to be right in the middle of the action this season, visit FanDuel.com and place your live NFL bets all season long. Joining me, as always, the post-game prodigy from the Great Slightly Biased YouTube channel. What you got for me, Slightly Biased?
Guys, they do this to everyone. Before you freak out, they do this to every team they play. The Mavs are just the next victim.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Cowboys or the Lions.
Oh, no, the Cowboys have done this for 30 years.
That was tough. Today's episode, we'll talk about the Mavs loss to the Thunder. We'll talk about Cooper Flagg. We'll talk about Nembhard. We'll talk about Naji Marshall, probably. We'll obviously talk about the Anthony Davis situation, but let's start here, Slightly Biased. We need to talk about one of the greatest players I think we've ever seen. The run that this player is doing, the shots that this player can make are absolutely insane to me. It makes no sense. The growth I've seen from this player has been wild. Down 20, Jaden Hardy is one of the greatest players I've ever seen in my life.
Buddy, check the timeline. I already made the joke.
23 points, hits 5 threes against this Thunder team. Jaden Hardy in garbage time is like one of the best players ever.
It's hilarious because it's almost a certainty anytime the Mavs are down a million and Hardy goes in. Whatever team the Mavs are playing, somebody will message me or text me. He's like, why does Hardy not play? It's like,
there'll be Thunder fans like, hey, Thunder fans will be like, hey, you think we can trade for Hardy? Like
what? Yeah, like they're having those like, dude, like the AJ Mitchell conversations was like, dude, if Hardy was like the lead guard of a team.
No, I mean, Jaden Hardy is very good in garbage time and did have 23 points and led the Mavericks in scoring. But I looked it up. His net rating, like if you filter out garbage time, is like +2. So they're still winning his minutes. Is there an anti-cleaning the glass website? Because cleaning the glass takes out garbage time. Is there a website that only puts in garbage time?
You could do low minute filters on some of these websites, and he was like a +9 or something. Like they just dominate the garbage time minutes.
Well, he's a +3 in a game the Mavericks lost by 20. Did not cover. They're a 15-point underdog. I need to talk about Jason Kidd and Anthony Davis and this whole situation. Anthony Davis has his worst game as a Dallas Maverick, and he left one game after 6 minutes. His worst game, doesn't score, 0 for 6 going into the fourth quarter. And in the third quarter, he knocks knees with Chet Holmgren. It's like a basketball play. It's not like oh my gosh, I'm so concerned about Anthony Davis, so injury prone, but he knocks knees with him, goes to the bench right after, checks out of the game, has this giant ice pack and wrap around his knee. He already has calf issues. It's the other leg, but still, he already has a calf issue. He had an adductor thing. He's had, obviously injury issues before. Mavs are down 30, 74-104. There's no shot they're going to win this game. None, right? The Mavs did go on a 30-0 run against the Thunder, but there's a player that led that run that is not on this team anymore. Anthony Davis checks back in, and basically all the starters and Hardy check back in to start the fourth quarter. And so I'm like, all right, well, okay, Jason Kidd wants to see what this group can do. They play in the fourth quarter until 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Anthony Davis finally scores off of a swing from Cooper Flagg over to Naji Marshall. Great entry pass over the top. Anthony Davis gets behind the defense, scores. You're like, all right, great. Then as soon as he scores, Moussa Cisse comes to the scorer's table and he checks in for Anthony Davis at 7:44, like 15 seconds after. Did Jason Kidd literally just put Anthony Davis into the game, risk potential injury again, for him to just score one bucket? What's the difference to me between 2 points that Anthony Davis scored tonight and 0 points? Is it that big of a difference that they needed to put him in for this bucket? Does he have some kind of LeBron streak that he needs to score at least a point in every game he's played or something like that? It makes no sense, and I think is risking a lot.
Well, some people might point out the Clutch Sports Connection, where LeBron scored 8 points and then AD scores 2 points.
Made
And
up for it.
combined, that's 10 points to help contribute to LeBron.
Well, at least LeBron made the game-winning assist.
True. All of that reporting is so funny. It's like, what a great heartwarming story. LeBron sacrifices 10 games. I'm like, all right. I watched the game. He couldn't hit a shot to save his life.
Hey, do we want to do the little, like, I was watching this game, that Lakers game, and LeBron is not in any of the celebration images.
No, he like was off to the side, to be fair.
Very off to the side.
But he was like, he was celebrating.
Okay.
Well, my biggest one is it don't look good over there for him.
Was he celebrating because Luka wasn't playing and they won a game?
No, he looks for the first time in LeBron's career, he looks old.
He does look old, but he
Anyways, back to the
still can be
Mavs.
effective. Yeah, okay.
AD looked old tonight and bad. I mean, yeah, this is where maybe I'll say Kid probably has that player. Like because I don't understand the decision really at all either. But if he's almost certainly not playing tomorrow night, right? So I could have it back to back
for sure.
So they're just like, all right, like get out there. Hey, maybe a few guys don't play. I don't know. Get out there and since you're not gonna play tomorrow night, let's get a few more minutes at least. And yeah, there's probably some like, hey, I played in the league before. Like I was a guy. I was the best player on the team. Like, let's go get you a point. Because it wasn't like it was just like, all right, go out there and we'll run we'll do our typical stuff. It was a very clear like
intentional.
Get on the block. We're gonna get you the ball in the middle of the floor. Gonna get you an entry pass. Like I don't know. It was kind of infantilizing in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Really,
Kid is a player's coach. And maybe there is something to not about the level of like media scrutiny or fan scrutiny or whatever, that if he scores 0 points, now maybe there is something to that, but maybe
it's gonna get scrutinized anyway for 2 points.
100%. But the 0 looks worse. Like on the like the clutch points or basketball forever graphic where it just has a 0 with the black gradient on the bottom. It's like that looks worse than 2. And maybe there's something to the mental side for Anthony Davis, because that seems to be in play here. All right, you got let's get Anthony Davis ramping back up again. Let's get him back to where he is. He's had some really good games for the Mavericks. Yeah, that 17 and 17. He's had some awesome games for the Mavs the last couple in this Mavs 3-game win streak. And the Mavs lose to the Thunder, and I have no problem with them losing to the Thunder at all. I'm like, no problem with that. That team is incredible, but this Anthony Davis thing it just doesn't make any sense to me. And I think maybe Jason Kidd was like, all right, let's get him a bucket so that at least he isn't thinking about a goose egg that he put up for like, because he's not going to play in this next game. So what? He's going to have to sit for like 2-3 days and think about this.
Yeah. And I mean, this is
no. If he doesn't score that, like,
it's a week, right? It's a week, isn't it?
I'm about to reverse course on this. Jason Kidd made one of the smartest choices we've ever seen. Because if Anthony Davis doesn't score, he sits with a goose egg for an entire week and just has to think about it until they play the Brooklyn Nets, and then he can go out and dominate again. Jason Kidd, save the Mavs season.
Smart man. God, that's crazy. They have a week off. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, though. That's the route I want to take. But this is partially why, and look, 80s are really good. We've seen it since he's come back. Like the Thunder do this to almost every team they play. Like they humiliate people. It's
including themselves.
It's compared to the league average and stuff. It's one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the history of basketball. And like, I don't even need to throw numbers at you. Watch them play.
Yeah.
The way they move and fly around the court and the way they rotate and the way they close out is unbelievable. It is crazy. And yeah, AD in theory, this is a matchup where, no Hartenstein. They're starting J. Will. Like, hey, our boy Kevin Gray tweeted out that, hey, I've heard from sources around the league that the Mavs are like forcing teams to build their team a little bit differently with this double big stuff. They started J. Will tonight. People are gonna, make whatever statements they want for you. I've watched pretty much every Thunder game this year. They started J. Will. That's not a thing they do usually with Chet out there. So they did that because the Mavs are a little bit bigger, and they clamped them up. I mean, that's just it.
And they didn't have Dort or Caruso.
I know. They're stupid, man.
Or Hartenstein. Like, talk about 3 really good defenders. Dort, Caruso, and Hartenstein could go on any team and make them a top 10 defense, I think.
Yeah, those...
Save maybe the Wizards.
I will say with the way Hartenstein's played this year, those are 3 top 10 defensive players in the NBA. Like that is, it's crazy to me what they have going on.
The Rockets have 110 defensive rating on cleaning the glass. They're number 2 in the NBA. The Thunder have a 105.
Yeah.
5 points ahead of the next team. That's a defense right there.
What is it? They're 10 points better than league average. Like it is by that metric.
Well, the league average on cleaning the glass is 116. So
12 points.
Yeah, 11 points.
So by that metric, they're like one of the best defenses in the history of the game. So there's no shame. There's no shame in losing and having a bad game. You know, this is one of the arguments for, and I push back on it a little bit because it's like, well, I don't want to trade AD for peanuts. Like he's still a really good player, so you shouldn't settle for a horrible garbage trade package just to say you traded him. But this is where like for the sake of him, like if I were in AD's camp, I'm like, dude, like these games are going to be so amplified here. Like, you know, just from like your like a mental well-being perspective, that's where I'd be like, maybe it's best to have a fresh start somewhere else.
Well, and this team is nowhere close to this Thunder team or probably even some of the other playoff teams in the West. Would Kyrie, PJ, Gafford, even Lively, if he came back, would they close the gap at all with this Thunder team? Because that's what we're talking about. If we're like, hey, don't tank, just go for it. Talk about that coming up. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by DoorDash. Brought to you by the thing that brings you all kinds of things. The season is heating up, and DoorDash has a way to keep fans in their bag the whole way through, whether you're watching the highlights, the tunnel fits, or your favorite player. DoorDash makes the entire season more fun. Even cup games, because cup games are not that fun for Mavs fans right now. Every player has their bag with DoorDash. Fans have one too. DoorDash keeps your snacks stocked, your gear fresh, and your watch party vibes absolutely on point. Those late night interviews hit, and suddenly you need chips at midnight. DoorDash is built exactly for that. You can do all kinds of things. I've gotten all kinds of things delivered from DoorDash, and you can too. And go check it out at DoorDash. Sign up for the Dash Pass and get all kinds of great deals and stuff like that too. From tip-off to overtime, stay in your bag and order on DoorDash. Get snacks, drinks, gear, and whatever gets you through the season delivered right to your door. Whatever gets you through the season is like a threat to Dallas Mavericks fans right now. DoorDash, in your bag all season long. Also brought to you by FanDuel. NFL Sundays move fast. One big play. Suddenly, everything feels different. That's what makes live betting with FanDuel so exciting. You're not just watching the game. You're reacting to it in real time. You can do all kinds of real bets that are live and all kinds of things that you can do on the NFL. They've got NBA odds as well. There's NBA records. This is a new tab. I haven't seen this one. Here we go. Thunder, 74 wins, NBA record, plus 550. Those are not even long shot odds for that team. 550? You bet $100, you win $550. That's not even like a good deal. Thunder to win 77 regular season wins, plus 2,500. That's crazy to me. So if you want to be right in the middle of the action this season in the NFL or with the NBA or anything, visit FanDuel.com and place your NFL live bets all season long. FanDuel, the game moves fast, and so can you.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad. That's what we call our listeners, listening every day. We're doing a daily show. Shows all the time. Shows here, shows there, shows everywhere. We also have a text line. Check the QR code, links in the description to get text from us. Subscribe to that. We appreciate each and every one of you for checking out the show. We also have a way to get another thing coming up, the announcement that the Locked On is making. So stay tuned for that. That's coming Monday. All right, Slightly. Ooh. The Dallas Mavericks. Talked about the Anthony Davis thing. He played a bad game. Move on from it. It's a wash. We'll check back with him in a week when they play the Brooklyn Nets. Probably we'll see what happens there. The thing about the big conversation about the Mavericks obviously has been: should they tank? Should they just go for it? And the thing that I've heard from people from the Mavericks and fans that want the Mavs to go for it and Anthony Davis believers is like, hey, just go for it. See what happens. We haven't seen this team together. Now we've seen this Mavs team play the Thunder, and they did play them close at the beginning of the year, but now they just played the Thunder, and their Thunder are down players, and they just got beat by the Thunder really bad. Didn't look anywhere close to them. Would Kyrie, PJ, Gafford, even Lively if he comes back, which I doubt it, but if they come back, does that close the gap with this Thunder team in any way? Because if the Mavs do make it back to the playoffs, they're probably going to be the 7th, 8th seed, something like that, and they're going to play the Thunder.
I don't know what would have to happen for this Mavs team to compete with the Thunder, to be honest with you. Like, I know this has just turned into a Thunder Glaze sesh in the eyes of many of you, but like,
so was the
it's
broadcast. So
yeah, I mean, it's just the reality that this team's 22-1. Are they 23-1 now? 23-1. I mean, yeah, I don't think this Mavs team could reach a point where they're competing against this team, and even in the with the, like retroactively the Nico Vision thing, I don't think that team, if healthy, is competing either. Really, like obviously getting PJ back and Lively being here, like if the Mavs are completely healthy, like obviously they're much better than they are now, and they'd be better than this, and maybe it'd be a little bit more competitive. But no, I don't think they would win the series. I just don't.
Would they win a game? I don't think they would win a game.
Maybe, and I want to like mention there when I say that I don't think anybody is beating this Thunder team. I said this earlier today in a video where I'm like, if the Thunder don't win, barring an injury, if the Thunder don't win the finals this year, it would be like a Netflix documentary worthy thing, documenting the series, like the team that beat them.
They would have to do the thing where they played all the post game interviews where they all join together. It's like the dog pile or whatever, and they're all like barking or whatever, and then they would play like somber music underneath it, like this team didn't take it seriously.
They don't bark anymore, do they?
No, they don't anymore.
Thank God.
That was the thing they used to do.
I know. That was bad. It's funny because I agree with that infamous Draymond clip where it was like, yeah, this team can't win while barking. I was like, that might be true.
They only barked for certain players too, and I found that very strange.
And I don't think they did it last year. I could be wrong.
They did it the year before. They did it the year before.
They definitely did it
for
the year
sure.
before, yes.
I can still hear it in my ears, and then I heard how quiet that crowd was.
Yep.
23-1. Incredible.
I mean, do you agree with me? Like, what do you think?
They're nowhere close. I don't think they would win a game. They may win a game the way that the Grizzlies won a game last year, where it's like all of a sudden
they did
Mavs
win a game.
No, the Grizzlies they almost won a game, right? Where they're like way up. Okay,
they
they would almost win a game like the Grizzlies almost won a game. In my mind, I thought that they won some random game, and I remember Ja like freaking out, being like, "We got this," but I guess that was in the middle of that game, wasn't it?
I think Ja was hurt even.
Maybe I don't remember anything.
No, the Grizzlies were up like 30 in a game and lost.
Yes, that was it. Yeah. The Mavs wouldn't be anywhere close. And that's another reason why you got to keep Anthony Davis healthy. And if Anthony Davis gets hurt, it'd be one of the biggest things, like the biggest disasters that could happen to the Mavs this year, is because you keep him healthy, you can trade him, you can move on, you can try, we got to retool around Cooper Flagg. That's the next thing. Look at this Thunder team and look at how they grew. They started with SGA, you got pieces, and you slowly built it, and now it's sustainable success. You got to build sustainable success around Cooper Flagg, and right now they're going to hit the end of this, Nico Vision era, and Nico Vision sounds like one of the worst Universal Studios rides you could ever ride.
Sounds like a 1980s game console.
Nico Vision. Would you like to play double bigs?
Whereas like back in the day where there was like
before point guard,
but before like all the big companies took over, there was like 12 different game consoles.
Now there are only 12 companies.
Yeah. Period.
Total.
Is this, who are we owned by? Netflix? Like, is this?
Well, this company is in the middle of a merger, so.
All right. Tubi? Is where we're going to be exclusively moving
the Nexstar Tegna merger. It's like, we're part of this whole thing too.
Nexstar.
Nah, that's where we are. All right, Cooper Flagg, 16 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Did have 4 turnovers, missed all 3 of his threes, still struggling from the 3-point line. I still attest that it's thumb related. Got to the free throw line 6 times, and when they had that moment in the second quarter where he's navigating traffic, gets fouled by SGA, OKC challenges it. Were you as upset as I was when they reversed that call?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the hand on the shoulder was probably enough for a call there, but
it was enough for a call that they called it.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little surprised they overturned it, but whatever. That
was the start of the run, though. It was 40-43, and then by the end of the half, it was 48-63. That was a 20-8 run. Then by the halfway through the third quarter, it was 58-86. Just a casual 43-15 run by the Thunder there.
Yeah, just
that was the turning point.
Yeah, I mean, you have to play, especially this Mavs team. You can't have a stretch of 2 turnovers. You can't have a stretch of 2 missed shots, because then there's going to be a snowball effect. And this isn't this Mavs team against anybody. isn't a team that's built to like go on these gigantic runs. And they've done it a couple times this year, but I mean, like a 10-point deficit's a big one, right? Regardless of who this team's playing, let alone this Oklahoma City team. So yeah, I mean, it was just, what did you say they were, 15-point underdogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were supposed to get blown out.
They got blown out. Didn't even cover. Flagg had 16 points, though. He had 2 points in that first game against the Thunder. How do you think he looked compared to how he looked before? Because I thought he handled stuff a little bit better. He had some of those turnovers, but at least he figured out how to get some buckets. And in the third quarter, he started to get going. You're like, all right, here we go. Here's Cooper Flagg getting in the line, scoring in traffic, getting fouled.
Yeah, I mean, his scoring totals, I think, are a little inflated because he was out there with in garbage time. He got a few buckets. But I do like that because, yeah, the first game, the infamous 2-point game or whatever it was, where I felt like that was his first real taste of like, oh my God, like this is what NBA defenses are about. Like this is a little
the NBA defense.
Yeah, this is a little intimidating. And kind of shrunk a little. Just, it's natural, but just kind of shrunk a little bit and was very risk adverse. Sometimes, like in the NFL, it's like, well, this quarterback doesn't turn the ball over, and it's just like, yeah, because he doesn't do anything, right? Like
game manager.
Yeah, like you can't turn the ball over if you're not doing anything. Tonight, I liked his aggressiveness, and first half he was, the scoring numbers weren't great, but I think he was 2 of 8 from the field or something like that with 10 points before kind of pouring it on there a little bit at the end. But I just like that he was still aggressive and assertive and getting downhill and getting in the middle of the floor and attacking guys off the dribble. That was encouraging for me. And, it wasn't as good of a game as we've seen him have recently, where he's been very, very good. Yeah. But it was encouraging, though. Like, I do walk away from this one thinking, like, all right, Coop wasn't, Coop didn't turn the ball over once and then was like, okay, I'm horrified now, which is nice.
He stepped back up. And the thing about Cooper Flagg is he learns. And he learned playing against his Thunder team. And it was a little slow going, but we've seen some really slow first halves from him against every team and even teams he's faced before. And so that wasn't a surprise to me, but it was good to see him get going later. And the more you play a team like this, the better you're going to get, I think, is down the line. If he gets used to playing a team, like the Thunder, now they've played, he's been dribbled against Case and Walls like 3 times now.
Well,
if you include preseason.
I made this point tonight, and tell me if you agree or not, but like, there's a very good chance this is the best defense he will ever play in his career.
Yeah, we're talking about them historically being that historically great, then yeah, sure.
And if you're thinking like, well, the second apron, they might have to get rid of like Dort or something in the offseason, like they'll be maybe a little bit worse next year. So it's like this could be the best defense that he plays at any point in his career.
I think Dort was probably a difference between the Thunder team he faced then in the beginning of the season and the Thunder team he faced now.
Yeah, I mean, Dort's not fun for anybody, let alone a guy in, what was that, his 4th game?
Yeah, 4th game.
Yeah.
Crazy. What does it say about Ryan Nembhard that he only played the 4 minutes and 16 seconds in the fourth quarter that the other starters played?
Well, the fact that D'Angelo Russell and Caleb Martin are in the garbage time group is just not great.
That dichotomy, that the fact that the Caleb Martin and D'Angelo Russell have been relegated to basically like 11th, 12th men, even though the Mavs don't even have that many viable players right now.
Yeah.
And Ryan Nembhard, the 2-way guy, is a starter and is coming out of the fourth quarter with the other starters is one of the reasons why this team is where they are right now. It's like those guys not being viable rotation players has really hurt them. And I think it just shows that Ryan Nembhard is like, all right, he's the starter going forward. And he's not the kid. It's not even like a Brandon Williams is the starter or D'Angelo Russell was the starter. Like it's not shaky. It's solidified.
I honestly wonder, and this is from some of just like the post-game press conferences and stuff and some of the answers the guys have given of just like how, he's so smart. He's fun to play with and things like that. I really doubt it, but I do wonder if there was maybe like a meeting or something and some of the players were like, yo, we kind of like Nimby. Like, we like getting the ball.
Nimby?
Maybe. I wonder what
Well, you did have that moment where Clay and D'Angelo Russell said, hey, we showed him his college highlights to pump him up. So they're at least like talking into him. I have an update.
Okay.
Mike Curtis just posted this quote from Anthony Davis on his performance tonight. I hold myself accountable for the play, but we don't have time. I don't have time to dwell on it. We have a 24-hour turnaround and we play tomorrow. Got to get prepared for tomorrow. Grant Assa said that Anthony Davis expressed no concern over his left knee and said he plans to play against the Houston Rockets tomorrow.
Okay, there you go. Good for him. Do you disagree with that?
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with the quote. If it's happening, just think, fine. All right. We'll see.
I mean, if he can play, I don't have a problem with it really. Because what did he play tonight? I mean, realistically, how many seriously like hard minutes did he play tonight? And like the whole team.
I just maybe have flashbacks of the Houston half, and maybe that's just clouding my vision on this.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Houston is probably the second best team in the league. So probably
I said they were the second best defense. Like,
probably a bit of a rerun of what we saw tonight. Maybe they're looking at it like, well, the first half of this Thunder game, and then it becomes a blowout, so second half doesn't count. And then tomorrow night will be the same thing. So we will only realistically be playing one full game over the next 2 nights.
Yeah, really. So hey, Anthony Davis is playing. So there you go.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. To me, it's just like, play, but just don't get hurt. It's the only thing for me.
Yeah, and I mean, at the same time, you can't treat him with kitty gloves. You know, like if he wants to play and he's healthy to play, he's playing.
I'm saying to the universe. I'm not even saying to a coach, to training staff, nobody. I'm just saying to the basketball gods, if they're still listening to Mavs media, Mavs fans, if they're listening to anybody.
You know, I'll say this. I don't mind back-to-backs at all. Like, if you feel like you're good to play, cool. I do agree with earlier where it's like, if you're down 30 in the fourth quarter, like, what are you doing? Yeah, like and I've been that way forever. It's like, there's really no point having guys out there, man. I'd be one of those coaches where it's like, go sit your ass down on the end of the bench.
Think about what you've done for the entire fourth quarter. Think about this.
I'd be pulling I'm so reactionary and emotional. We'd give up a 3 to go down 4 with 4 minutes left. I'd say, get off. Hardy, get in there.
Like a 5-point swing where you miss a layup and they have 3 in transition on the other end. You're like, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, Hardy, Caleb, let's go.
Well, if Hardy went in, they would probably win the game. Maybe they should go down early.
Yeah.
And bring Hardy in earlier. Then maybe you'd have the best player on the court.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, go down 20 early, put Hardy in, let him hit some threes. You're down 9 now. Now your team's kind of got some momentum going into halftime or something.
Oh, man. Anthony Davis plans to play.
Good for him, man.
All right. There you go. Check out Slightly Biased.
Well,
Great YouTube.
Is that it?
What else you got?
Well, I always feel bad. I've wanted to make a point because I feel bad when we don't mention guys.
Like Naji?
Naji and Max, I thought, played good games.
Naji Marshall, 18 points, 8 of 11 from the field. He fights, man.
8 of 9 on twos.
He does not stop.
No.
And I've respected that. Ever since the trade, ever since everything, he has been the one that has like consistently put in the most effort, energy. And my thought on that is I just really wanted to see him in a playoff setting, and it doesn't look like we're going to get that this season, but
yeah,
maybe next season.
Also, I'm at the point with Max where it's like, and I don't know if you guys have noticed on this episode or not, I'm starting to call guys by their first name.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
You're like Sean Heath at the free throw line.
Yeah. I kind of like doing it.
Shooting
it's kind of fun.
Max.
So Max, because that's what I'm calling him now.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point with his efficiency and stuff where it's like, all right, can we get up to like 12 shots a game? You know, like 6 shots. It's like, yeah, it's cool. You're going like 5 of 6 every night. Can we get up to like 12, 13 shots? Can we figure out how to get that in the game plan? Because if we need you to shoot threes because you're our second best 3-point shooter.
Even the last couple of games, his mid-range shots have looked really good. He's like, if guys go over the screen, he steps up, hits a shot. He hit one tonight.
I think there's room for him to shoot more, and I think some of that is him. It's like, hey man, if you've got the ball and you feel like you've got an advantage, go ahead.
I'm with you.
By the way, speaking of Max, and this is actually kind of a good segue because remember after the trade happened for a little bit, we were calling it similar to the SGA trade, the Max Christie trade. Max Christie was the SGA of the Luka Doncic trade.
Well, Max has played way more games, so it's still the Max Christie trade right now.
Dude, SGA had 33 on 10 of 12 shooting, man. I mean, it is crazy.
Hit 2 threes. Took 2 threes. That's it.
He's shooting 44% from 3 this year. This is like one of the best guard 2-year stretches I've seen maybe ever from him. I mean, it is crazy what he does every night.
And the fact that he was like a mid-round pick, like a 12th pick or whatever, and then just a throw-in young player in a Paul George trade with all those other picks too, and to Then he was then he was on that terrible Thunder team for 2 years, and now to see what he is, what a trajectory.
Well, it's fun. It's funny because like I really liked him on the Clippers, and then I kind of had a vested interest in him and followed him. Then I really liked him that bubble year, and obviously, you know, that was like a lot of Dennis Schroeder and Chris Paul, but like Shea wasn't good in that playoff series, but he was good that year. And then the next 2 years, if you were like, he was very good, and they shut him down for half the second half of the season, both years, because they were wanting to tank, and he was entering that phase where it's like, all right, this guy might be a little bit too good. Man, he is just he is unguardable. And you can say whatever you want about fouling. Like he didn't even really foul bait much tonight. He literally got whatever he wanted.
That second quarter was a little. That
all
second
of
quarter
these
run
great
was,
scorers foul bait.
Oh, for sure, but he still did it.
Yeah, the only great scorer who doesn't foul bait that I get on my hands and knees and praise that maybe now that he's coming back from a catastrophic injury does start to foul bait is Kyrie Irving.
That's true. He doesn't at all, and it's annoying that he doesn't.
I know. Let's get a couple like bump into some guy thing. Like let's get you to the free throw line a little bit more.
Wild. Do you have anything else?
I'm just I know it's gonna piss people off, but I seriously am amazed how good this Thunder team is.
Oh, I don't. If they're pissed off, then it's on them. They're better than last year.
I know. I don't think people truthfully grasp what they're watching.
They don't, because there's no like hyped story about them. It's not KD on the Warriors where you're just like, this is the best team. It's not LeBron, Wade, and Bosh on the Heat where there's all this like hype around them. It's just like a built team. That their big acquisition was Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso. You know, it's like that. Not like they came out of nowhere and got all this hype out of nowhere.
That's true.
They have no hype around them.
Well, we'll see if they do after this year.
We'll see. There you go. Go listen to Slightly Biased, great YouTube channel. Great stuff happening all the time. We'll be back tomorrow with a post-game show against the Rockets. Might be some of the same. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs. Peace out.
Let's get you 4 tomorrow night, AD.